Hello everybody, I'm Brian Esser from How To Automotive, and today's video is about the top 5 tools that I acquired in 2018. These are the tools that helped me the most, the tools that made me the most money. So I thought I would share that with you. So stay tuned for that. So these tools are in no particular order. So I'm going to start out with the Milwaukee M18 FUEL. This is the mid-torque with the 3/8 drive anvil. This has been one of my best pickups of 2018 so far. It allows me to do so much. So I'm going to show you guys a few video clips of this tool in action, and this is definitely one I would recommend picking up. There will be links for it in the description of the video. For size comparisons, I put it next to the high torque on the left and the stubby on the right, and as you can see, it's the perfect size tool to work with. So when you start putting these tools to work, having it just a 1/3 drive allows you to quickly just change between your sockets and stuff and not have to change out tool and sockets. So normally I would have used a 1/2 drive to remove the wheels and then switched over to a 3/8 drive to do service work like I'm doing on this brake job here. So I would remove the outer caliper with a 3/8 drive, and then I would have to switch to a 1/2 drive to most likely get the bigger bolts back here on the caliper bracket. And now I can do it all with one tool. All right, this next tool is also by Milwaukee, and this one I use every day on every car that I work on that's in my bay, which is the Milwaukee Tools M12 Underhood light. This has been one of my most valuable tools that I've picked up in 2018. It's helped me every day. It helps me see what I'm doing, and I'll link up some pictures of me using it in all kinds of vehicles. So in this video clip here, it's about 4:30 in the afternoon. It's winter time, so it's getting dark outside, and as you can see, I got the underhood light lighting up the engine bay here, and as you can see, it's crystal clear. I can see every bolt, every fastener. The light is not some type of strange fluorescent light that hurts your eyes. It looks true. So if you've been following my videos over the last year, you'll see that every car that I work on, the underhood light is lighting up every car that I'm working on, and it also is helping me film these videos, making the lighting a lot better. Okay, these next two tools, I'm gonna bundle them together because they're scan tools. So I purchased my own scan tools this year instead of using the shop tools. So having my own scan tools have definitely upped my my ability to beat flat rate and to take my skills to the next level. And I recommend at least having your own code readers. But if you can afford it, I recommend getting yourself a good quality scan tool. I'm not saying that this is the best one in the world, but I'm just saying this is the one I use, and this one helps for me. Scan tool that I picked up is the Autel MS908. I'd rate this as a very good all-around scan tool. It's not the best at everything, but what it does well, such as I was working with a Mercedes the other day, and I was able to control all the blend air doors and stuff in the dash with the bidirectional controls with the scan tool. So I was able to diagnose a in-dash problem with the scan tool. It can use it for evap testing. You can reprogram ignition keys and a lot more with this tool. It's definitely a good tool to have. It comes with everything you need to work on OBD1 and OBD2 vehicles. So if you're in the market for a scan tool, I would recommend this one. Also, I'd recommend having a code reader such as the Autel AL319. I'll put a link in the description of the video for a review I did for that, so you guys can check that out. So the next tool I wanted to share with you guys is my ReadySmoke smoke machine by Redline Leak Detection. This machine here is what I use to find evap leaks, vacuum leaks. You name it, you can get really creative with using these smoke machines here. But the reason why I like this one is because it's so small and compact, and it's a lot cheaper than a lot of the smoke machines you find on the market. So this model is called the ReadySmoke, and as you can see here, I found a vacuum leak under a manifold. I'm using it here to demonstrate how to test a purge valve or stuck open purge valve. So in this case, I'm hooking up to a valve that's stuck in the open position. I'm using the smoke to demonstrate the leak. So every time I'm testing evap systems and stuff, I'm using the smoke machine along with a scan tool to control all these switches and valves. So this next car had a lean code, and this smoke machine helped me verify that there was not a leak. So in this case, it helped me rule out a potential problem, and I knew it wasn't a vacuum leak, so it was probably a sensor problem, such as a mass airflow sensor or something like that causing the problem. Here I'm using the smoke machine to diagnose a HVAC problem or air conditioning problem where the controller was malfunctioning, and I used the smoke machine to verify, you know, when I would operate the controller on the dash where the smoke would go, and it helped me identify that the actual control unit was the problem and it wasn't the vacuum source going into the dashboard. So if you're in the market for a smoke machine, I definitely recommend you check out the ReadySmoke. I'll leave a link for it in the description of the video. So the next tool that's been a big help for me this year has been my my little Uscope here by ASEwave. So this little scope here, what they call the pocket scope. It's a one-channel scope that helps you diagnose anything, you know, whatever electrical you want to diagnose, including ignitions with their wand. So I'll link up some video clips of me putting this to use. So the ASEwave Uscope is a very handy little tool, down and dirty, where you can get in here and you can test under the hood. The only drawback that I would have with it is it's only a one-channel scope. But that one channel works extremely well. Right here I'm using it to test a throttle position sensor. So I got a little wiring diagram here. I'm checking the 5-volt reference. It verified that it had the 5-volt ref. I also checked the ground circuit to the sensor, and then after I checked those, I switched over to the signal side of the circuit, and with the little pocket scope I was able to verify and see everything that I needed to see. And if something was out of range or whatever, it was easily to switch the triggers and the voltage scales and the time scales. So it's very easy to use. So right here I'm opening and closing the throttle, and you can see the pattern on the screen here. I'm looking for little glitches or dropouts or like a spike in voltage, and as I'm sweeping this back and forth, you know, fast and slow, trying to find a bad spot in the circuit, and it's showing up to be good. So that's one of the important parts of using tools like this, is ruling out potential problems, not just finding a problem, but also just ruling out a problem that could potentially be there. So if you're in the market for a new scope, I would recommend the Uscope. I will link it up in the description. So those are my top 5 tools that I picked up this year and put to use and made a ton of money with them. And I think they'd be beneficial to you guys. That's why I shared them with you. I will link them all up in the description of the video. I'm Brian Issa from How To Automotive. I'd like to thank you guys for watching, encourage you to subscribe, invite you to head over to the howtoautomotive.com website for more valuable videos like this. Thank you again for watching.